What kind of an artist am I? I'm really a hoarder. Sir Rodney Sir, the artist, said, please use the academic term archivist. It's really a fun fest when you find things you weren't really looking for. LGBTQ plus NYC Artist Activist Project. I don't know if I read it, but I have it. Jean-Claude Vasseur, he believed in reincarnation, so we got along fine. I already found a birthday card with money. I don't even know why I did this. It's a clone look with a mustache. Doesn't work. I'm sorry, girlfriend. I've always done shrines and memorials of those who are dead, where you could see our lives, our gay relationships, and our expressions. I think my gift is sharing and acknowledging people of our time, that lives were cut short. But the energy is bursting and still living. I feel the energy of the mementos or the image of the people that I want to display, that they knew each other, the sisterhood, the brotherhood, our community. The best way to learn is from other people's experience. In the early 60s, a street queen doesn't actually have a home. We were in a hotbed, the counterculture, pushing the boundaries for expression and freedom. We knew the boundaries of the West Village, where to go and what to do. I was an orphan, and I was in foster homes, and I was always in special education. And that's for the sensitive children learning to survive on the streets. You do what you have to do, and you find your family, your chosen family. The most wondrous and beautiful Candy Darling, who Andy Warhol was able to take anywhere on Fifth Avenue and Park Avenue because she knew what fork to use, and she was always a lady. Jack Smith, the father of performance art, Ellen Stewart, honorary mother of La Mama. This particular group goes back many decades. At this point, there's just a handful of people left, but this more or less is the roundup of my journey, really. What happened to many of them, they die and everything ends up in a dumpster. And when we ask, can we collect things, they say, you're not a blood relative, you have no legal right. Well, I gathered things slowly when I moved from rooming house to rooming house, and I carried shopping bags. And then finally, I ended up on 4th Street for 26 years. Phoebe's and La Mama is like the anchor, the East Village, where everybody had a chance to try. Maybe I'm a playwright, maybe I'm an actor, maybe I could do sound, maybe I could do music. Stage time is just like you get a disconnect. I still cannot sing, dance, or act. I am so fortunate there are playwrights who, through the decades, would invite me to be in their play and put up with that long pause, that few seconds pause that is like, yes, I never had a memory. Downtown theaters let you express yourself, your plays, your actors, costumes, and what have you. I really felt more comfortable downtown with our sisters. It was the Greenwich Village which gave the freedom. That's where it's happening. And in Washington Square Park, you could watch folk singers, protest songs, and what have you. And of course, we were anti-war, and we acknowledged the Black Power movement legitimately and the inequities of society. Well, this is fabulous. People wanted to see this, but I just found it. Candy Darling on 68th Street and Central Park West. You wouldn't know how ill she was at this point, but she was able to turn it out being glamorous. We were at the lower end of Christopher Street, and lo and behold, one day, fully and blossomed, was Saint Marsha P. Johnson, giving encouragement and with such confidence, being able to be in her regalia and walk the West Village with such confidence, because you could be arrested. Some of us were a little ashamed of our drag. It really wasn't, well, top drawer, but we did the best we could. We all had to eventually get a repertory of wigs. And Marsha would tell you, honey, I love you, but you're not really a blonde. And we said, you know, Marsha, you know what they say about the village? Every day is Halloween. So trick or treat. And she would laugh. We had so much, the sense of humor to be able to laugh among ourselves and to venture forth up to Sheridan Square and what have you. Saint Marsha P. Pay It No Mind Johnson, just by living and expressing herself in her life, helped change the world. She is the symbolic emblem of Stonewall, and it rippled all through the world. It's still a great mystery. Her body was found in the river right near the end of Christopher Street. Police wanted to say it was suicide, but we know that Marsha wouldn't commit suicide. Had she lived, she would be 80 years old. Well, the legacy of Marsha and all of our fallen friends continue as long as we're alive. The gratitude of each day, our inhale and our exhale, I believe they're all part of us. Saint Marsha P. Pay It No Mind Johnson, Sylvia Rivera, Ellen Stewart, Jack Smith, John McCarroll, Ron Janelle, John. 54 people who were part of my community who died to say their names out loud in a hallowed place. I never called myself an artist with a big A, but it was a chance to share the journey and all the people who should be remembered. These people lived. They were able to walk and drag in the street together and fulfill one of the fantasies of their lives. I believe everyone's an artist, and all the people I met through the streets or what have you have something in them that they want to express in some manner, way, shape, or form. Some people think it's sort of gruesome because they say, oh, you're living with the dead. No, I'm living with friends, and I believe in the afterlife and that their spirit and their goodness and their kindness and their talent are still here sharing with me. And I celebrate that I will one day see them in spirit form. I prepaid my cremation, and if you pay in cash, Now, this is a clue. You get a discount. I don't want a funeral or a celebration. My caregivers know that there's 12 ashes and it'll go into the Hudson River where Marsha and I used to throw King Neptune a deposit slip for $1 million. Somehow we were incarnated collectively in the East Village. Isn't that a miracle? A generation or so in the future, they'll say, who was that queen? No, they won't. They'll say, who was this person?